Thalassophobia became a cultural phenomenon in the past few years. We've seen a barrage of popular thalassophobia animations, and for good reason. They're actually scary. Thalassophobia is the persistent fear of deep bodies of water or what might be in them. It's that sudden panic when you cannot see the bottom, the feeling that the water is not empty and that is a trap.
Viral animations allowed us to see all of these fears from the comfort of our mobile phones, and they all keep returning to the same shot: a tiny human silhouette, a huge dark space, a shape that just shouldn't be there. This is the thalassophobia content formula, where a gentle reveal turns into a violent encounter.
This works so well because our brains are wired for pattern recognition and inference. We're basically pattern recognition machines. That's why we hate missing information.
In this video, we'll look at the origins of thalassophobia and what makes the deep and its life scary. We'll look at creatures like sharks, mosasaurs, ichthyosaurs, pliosaurs, and the creatures that just don't seem to fit in, the masters of thalassophobia. Before we get to all of that though, we need to understand why the conditions of the deep are the perfect environment for thalassophobia.
On land, the horizon is bright and our eyes can scan for threats. We can just look around. We feel safe. Nothing is gonna come out of the blue until
you're in deep water, where light dies quickly. The travel of sound is strange. We often hear echoes and blurs, and it's hard to understand what's going on. Distance lies to you down here. You don't know what is behind you. You also don't know what is below you. And your mind knows only one thing: if I can't figure out what's going on in my environment, I can't control the risk. Therefore, I don't feel safe.
So the mind does what it always does. It fills the blank with a story, the worst case scenario.
Sea monster designs may be surreal, but they're definitely not random. They are variations on a handful of instincts. This is a beast that's bigger than you, faster than you, more powerful, silent and hidden, and always moving in a space you can't inhabit. A space that is out of the range of your dominion.
But the crazy thing is, thalassophobia did not begin as a meme. It began as an evolutionary pressure. A pressure that shaped animals over hundreds of millions of years.
Prehistoric oceans were not just full of life. They were full of creatures with robust evolutionary adaptations. Adaptations for hunting in low visibility. Adaptations for killing big prey. And if you were a master of thalassophobia, you definitely had adaptations for taking advantage of open water. The deep served as the evolutionary environment that trained predators to be good at scaring things. So which creatures took the ancient fear and pushed it to the extreme? How did they become so effective at creating a deep sense of dread? And how did this help them survive and thrive in the ancient oceans?
Fear is always a relationship between the brain and the environment. Imagine you're floating in open water.
There's no reef or shoreline in sight. Just blue, then darker blue, then the black that starts before you want it to. You can look down and see nothing. You can look up and the surface is a ceiling. This is where the modern thalassophobia template is born. Open ocean, minimal reference points, and a predator you do not see coming.